Hi, Lorena Seidel here. And again, trying to do this video really quickly again because it cut off when I was trying to do it last time. But here is everything that you need so your toddler can help you out in the kitchen. And I'm just gonna show you the stuff that I have in my kitchen. And all of this is to help your child develop the concentration, the attention, the independence, coordination, self-help skills, organization, and then just feeling that autonomy, the sense of power that they really need, that they crave. So essentially, we're all hardwired to want power, and we're going to get it one way or another, in a negative way or in a positive, productive way. So your child will find a way to get that power, and it's really up to you how to give them that sense of power. So they can battle over mealtime, bedtime, getting dressed, potty training. They can fight back when you try to buckle them in the car seat or when you try to get them out of the playground or that play date. Or they can exercise their power through everyday tasks by helping out, by being meaningful, productive in your home. And then they don't feel like they have to exercise their power in a negative way when they are filled up, so their bucket of power is filled up. They don't need to, create those negative power seeking or power struggles with you. So here are some of the things I'm going to show you. You can find them at two websites. For Small Hands, and that's like a Montessori website, and then a website called Life Without Plastic. And I'll show you what I have. So it's really important that we set children up for success, that when they are doing a task, that things are sized for them so they can actually succeed at doing it. So if they're gonna pour milk in their cereal in the morning, you don't want them to have to pour the whole quart of milk or gallon of milk. You want them to have a small little pitcher that they can pour from. So first, it's easier for them to do it. Two, it's sort of portioned. And three, the mass is limited. So there's only so much they can spill if they make a mistake. So you want to have pitchers. And I have metal pitchers, glass pitchers. You can have a little bit bigger or very teeny, depending on the age and what it is that you're making. And then you even have this kind of pitcher, a funny one. And you always want to think of ways to break down the tasks so you can set them up for success. So another good way to do is have two small little dishes or just a few of these, and you can portion out. These are great for guacamole, salsa, but I really use this for peanut butter and jelly. So I put a scoop of peanut butter and a scoop of jelly, and I set it up on my tray, and then I have the bread and a spreader, something like this, right? Just like a cheese spreader, butter spreader, something that's easy for them to use, and it's already teeny, small. And then they would make their sandwich, and again, because it's portioned out, there's only so much that they can make a mess with, and it's also easier for them to handle, so they don't have to be dealing with a big jar of peanut butter or a big jar of jelly. So you always also want to have things on a tray or a basket. So you want to set things up on something like this, and you just put everything that they would need, and they can carry from, the counter or a little shelf to their table or to the table. So everything is in one place. It's easy to carry, but it's also really good because it delineates the workspace. So the mess is sort of contained. They're not spreading themselves all over the kitchen and all over your counters. The mess stays right there within the tray, but it gives them a visual cue of where they should be and sort of, how to organize things. And it keeps them on task. It gives them a focus. There's a delineated space so they stay focused for longer. And then I have this activity. It's a banana slicing activity. I already peeled it because I was doing it in the video that I just took before that didn't work. So here's what I have. I have a cutting board with a banana, and you would have it just, with a peel. And then I have a little tongue and a safe cutter, and this is like a curly fry cutter, super safe on the skin. It doesn't cut you at all, but it will cut really well fruits and vegetables and even other things. So it's really great to have. And then I have just a small little dish where they can put the banana. So you would have something like this set up for snack. And of course they could just open a banana and eat the banana. They could eat the banana as they're walking through the house. They could smash that banana somewhere. It would be easy, but you want to purposefully give them some work to do. So you want to make it as if it is an activity. So it's something that requires them to actually sit and get that done from beginning to end and finish that work cycle of putting things away. So you want to make it special. So they would just slice the banana. And I don't know if you can see well because it's a little bit low, but they would be slicing it. And you can model this. You can have a work that you do it first so they see how you do it. And then again, they could just pick up with their hands and put it in the container or just start eating. But you sort of want to give them steps. So you want to really try to work with that concentration, that attention, and give them sort of more steps to do. And then because you have something like this, you're giving them a lot of fine motor skill practice. So they are refining whatever they're going to need for later on for writing. So all those fine motor skills they can develop through this. And it also all that eye-hand coordination, because now they have to pick up one piece at a time and not let slip or fall, and then put it on the, and of course they'll make mistakes and that's totally fine, but just the attention that it takes to do it is part of the work. So they will do this activity, which will take them a while, and then once they have everything in their dish, you can also practice some grace and courtesy. So we encourage them to go around the room and offer to the siblings or to the guests or to mom and dad. So they can practice that, would you like one? And then the siblings can practice the yes please or no thank you. So that's something that you can work with. And then of course, depending on your house rules, we eat at the table, so we wouldn't eat, around the house. This actually helps with that too. So, everything stays in the kitchen and stays at the table. And then something else that I find it really important to have is something that it's not breakable, but for us, it's really important that it's not plastic. So we found this, it's the cup, the bowl, and the plate, and we have, for all the girls, and even for us, we have tons of those. And these you find at Life Without Plastic, but it's a really nice replacement to the plastic if you're trying to be healthier or just more environmentally conscious. And then it still doesn't break, so you don't have to be tempted to get plastic anymore. We actually replaced mostly everything we have for, either metal or wood or glass, even straws for the girls. And then you just want to have everything at their level. Of course, you want to have their own cabinet. A few other things that we have is like a little vase so they can clip flowers outside and make a flower arrangement to put it on their table or our table. We also have a small little bottle, and that is plastic. And you can find metal ones. In fact, we do have metal ones. I just can't find them now. But you can find the metal ones at Life Without Plastic or some other places too. Amazon even have it. But it's nice for them to water plants or for them to clean up their messes. So we have, now they're actually using ours that is a bit bigger for cleaning up their messes, which is water and vinegar. But you could have one just for watering the plants so they can spray them, and then something that they can use to clean up their messes. And then that's pretty much it. You can also find small little glasses, but then those are breakable, and which is okay too, to have breakables. And it's good for them to learn that, something breaks, they can step away, call mom, and then you help them clean up. So it's no problem to actually break something as long as they know what to do when they break. And just having real things give them a sense of importance. They know that they are dealing with the same stuff that you use, because children sense that they get the plastic when you get the real thing, and that because they have plastic that they can throw and nothing breaks, that's usually when they break something that's glass later on, because they're so used to not, to be able to throw things or drop things and they don't break. But if they have always had real things, they would have learned to care and to be more careful with them so they don't break. So we sort of train them to be careless because we give them plastic everything, and then they don't have to learn to take care of things. So another thing I wanted to show, but I'm gonna have to get up to get it because I forgot to bring it here, is the dustpan and broom. Sorry, I should have brought this over. We have little duster, and you should find this in the For Small Hands website. And then we have dustpan and broom, and the brush is somewhere. But it's child size, and they can clean up the table or the floor with this. And then we also always encourage the children to have an apron. So these are the girls, little girls' aprons. And always when they're doing an activity like this, they should always start with getting the apron or the bib or a smock. And this also keeps them on task because they know that they have their baking apron or their cooking apron. And every time that they look down is a visual cue of like, oh, I am making a meal, or I am helping out in the kitchen, and reminds them of what they're actually doing. So it's good to have this. And then it's also sort of marks the beginning and the ending of an activity. So they start with getting on their apron, and then after they clean up everything is the taking out the apron and hanging up again. So that sort of delineates the beginning and the end of the work. And then we also have tons of like cleaning things that are child size. And some of the things are not back in place because we haven't been good lately. But we do, if you want more information, and of course you're grabbing that checklist and that video and you'll be able to see everything. And that was a good day. So when we did the video, so everything is there and looks great and looks beautiful. So please grab that at the link that I'm gonna have below, and then go ahead and transform your home today. You can even put some of those things in your wish list now for the holidays. So send it to the grandparents or family and friends, a list of all those beautiful things that they can get for your child, so they are not getting all that junk that we usually get in the holidays. And that's it. So good luck with transforming your home and making your home more purposeful. Alrighty, thank you.